Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here. Let's get into this exciting new segment I'm going to put together for you guys. Try to do it on the daily, the best I can. All right, but we are going to be doing a prop of the day video every single day that I can. We're going to give you guys some premium access into one of the best betting tools that I use on a day-to-day basis that allows me to make the majority of my prop bets. So let's get down into it. I want to share with you guys kind of what they're all about. We are going to be using Outlier, and a lot of people will blow this up in the comments because they use Outlier as well. And quite frankly, if you're making a bet without Outlier, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage because with the combination of AI and some of the metrics out there that it tracks, it really does give you an edge when you want to put together the best bet possible. Some of the insights that's provided as well, very much a strong resource that I use on a daily basis. And that's kind of what brings to the table. We're going to be talking about it every single day. If you can, make sure you check out my description box where you will find a link, not only for Outlier, where you do get a 7-day free trial just for signing up. So make sure you do that. Check it out for yourself. If you don't believe me, bet with it for a week and see if you see any results, and then feel free to keep that subscription. But you do get a 7-day free trial by using my link down below. Also, the Discord, it's popping off. We have the Discord play of the day. We have been doing very well with that. 10, 3, and 1. That's something where a lot of people over there loving that segment as well. So we're going to keep that going here on the channel. Also, I do want to take the opportunity to tell you guys, make sure you subscribe, turn on notification bell, and smash that like button. Follow me on X, all that good stuff. And I want to kind of highlight today the channel members, okay? This is something where we are starting to push this a little bit more because as the channel grows, access becomes very much scarce. My time's getting scarce. And so my channel members are kind of giving priority on my channel. I don't charge for picks. It's not how I'm ever going to do it. But if you want to give back to the channel, buy me a beer, buy me a coffee. This is a great way to do it. And if you become a channel member, you do get highlighted on the homepage. And alongside of that, you do get exclusive content. My NFL stuff is going to be coming out very shortly, probably today or tomorrow. I'll have that released because we are just 1 week away. And you also get a nice little logo. It's your loyalty badge next to your name that will show up in comments and in your live chat. So become a channel member today. Links down below in that description, okay? But let's get back into Outlier because this is something that we want to find this bet. We want to talk about it. And so we are going to load up this platform. And what you can do within this, guys, we're going to go right to the MLB because that's what we're going to be talking about. The first thing I like to do is I like to go into the insights. And this is something where you hear all these tidbits on podcasts, ESPN, whatever it may be. This is where a lot of AI nowadays provides a lot of those insights. Okay, so what I do is, and how I use this is I will filter this by odds. I'm not going to bet something at minus 800. I'll take it more in my range under minus 200. I don't really lay $2 on anything in the prop world, and I'll have that go up to plus 300. And that's going to give us 300 plus insights where we can find edges, we can find angles to shoot. Dodgers 8-2, for example, and the last 10 games at home. If you want to get into some of the bet types, you can get into props specifically. Filter this to all games or just whatever games you're selecting. Okay, but one of the games that I do. One of the ways that I go about this, right, is I will show you later, but I will filter this by games with high totals. That way I can get into some of the more offensive statistics or low totals for that matter and get more into some of the pitching props as well. Okay, but a lot of these picking for runs in Baltimore and the Dodgers, okay, you can look into this. Jackson Holiday, for example, failing to exceed basically getting a single in 9 of his last 10 games on the road. You can see this. That's a very strong angle, 90%. But we're going to look into some more specific things. Walker Buehler failing to exceed 3.5 strikeouts in 5 straight games, averaging 2.2 strikeouts per game on average. Under 3.5 Ks, that's a plus 125 number. That is a very strong advantage, good plus money. I like some of those metrics. All right, but what I want to get into is the props, and we're going to sort this, okay, kind of by last 5, last 10, last 20, and the head-to-head, and also kind of for the course of 2024. And with doing this, you can see kind of how my filters are saved. We're going to do the odds, like I told you guys, down to that minus 200 range. It's pretty much as simple as that. All right, and then we're going to have over 4,000, but we need to kind of fine-tune this a little bit. We're not going to really take anything over 3-1. Okay, that really puts us at a disadvantage. We'll keep it there at plus 350 just to keep it 100. But the one thing that this will incorporate is a lot of home run bets. I kind of don't bet home runs. That's just me. okay? But we're going to look into the props here, okay? And then we're going to sort this by head-to-head, and we're going to see how they fared against other teams. And then we're going to combine that with the last 5 and the implied probability right here in this category, which is that is the way that you convert the odds into a percentage of it hitting, okay? That's not the end-all be-all. Obviously, if you have a bigger minus, you're going to have higher implied probability, but we're still not going to use that as the end-all be-all. That's kind of just the driving force, the tiebreaker, if we find something that has good value. So just to briefly run through this list, okay, we can sort this by exact props. I like to bet personally the most hits, runs, and RBIs. I don't bet home runs, but I will kind of get into outs. That's one thing I like. I do like strikeouts, all right, and I do bet walks a lot, believe it or not. So those are 3 metrics I like. Also, like I said, the hits, runs, RBIs, and then we will get into total bases. That's always a good thing. So let's get down into it. Let's sort this by these props, and we're going to find the best bet possible, okay? And I do have something pulled up for you guys as well. I am going to have, when I do bet props, one thing I like to do is I like to have this alongside with looking at the overall odds, right? If we're going to take somebody to get 1.5 bases and the total set at 6.5 and they're heavy underdogs, I'm not going to go out on a limb and just say, well, if they get 3 hit, he's going to have 1 of the hits and, get a double. I'm not going to go that way. So you have to make sure that your prop correlates with kind of the overall narrative within the betting market, okay? So right now we're going to look into the picks. We're going to get into some of the narratives. I like the odds, and I want to find something kind of a little bit more finer tuned because when it comes down to this, guys, I want to win this bet. Okay, I want to win this bet. I'm not taking a long shot. Yes, there is some value if you find an edge, but we don't need to look in box scores. We don't need to look in this. Outlier puts this all together, and it really forms forms the equation for you, and you just really have to hit go. Okay, that's kind of why I like it. I would love to do an experiment where I did test this, so that's kind of what I kind of put together on my own. I want to do this on a daily basis, and we'll keep track, and I'll keep a running total on the outlier win-loss record here for the best bet prop of the day. And this is kind of what we're getting into. One that jumps off at the page of me would be the Randy Arozarena over a half base. That is at minus 180. You can find that as low as minus 170, bet 365. And you can check this out in the supporting data, and it really puts it in perspective. In his last 5 games, he's done this 4 out of 5 games. He's had 1 base. And head-to-head against the Seattle Mariners, against his old team, Tampa Bay, he has done this back-to-back times, 2 for 2 in that prop position. So kind of where I'm at, I'm leaning towards Randy Arozarena. This is something where also Colton Cowser, under 1.5 bases. You can find that minus 165 at bet 365. That has been a very strong play. All right, but I'm going to actually sort this, okay? We're going to find something that's been hitting a lot and has a really high, really high value. So we want to have a low implied probability, and then we are going to sort this as well by using. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it, like this, and then we sort it with the last 5 and the last 10. We are going to find this in that way. So combining these 2 metrics, we're going to try to find one with overlap, okay? So in the last 10 games, you can see kind of what numbers jump off at the page at you. Basically going down this implied probability list, you can find a 60 plus is kind of where we want to be at. That gives us a better edge. DJ LeMahieu is kind of one that really jumps off at the page. Under 1.5 basis, that's hit at an extreme rate. Minus 189 is that best bet. It's just still not where I want to get it to. I want to find something a little bit better, and this is why I want to shrink this margin. So we're going to keep this for argument's sake, just to find a real payer. We want to get something under $1.50. That's kind of where I'm at with props. I don't really, unless it's something surefire, I don't really fire anything more than $1.50 in terms of the money line. But this is where you can see the implied probability changes. And now we have over the last 10 games and even the last 5, right? Let's try to get this around 100. That's where we really know that we're on a streak and we have somewhat of an edge where this is hitting at an extreme rate. And I think right now we're still on that narrative. I really like the I don't know why I can't say his name. DJ LeMahieu. Okay, there we go. I can say it. Say it 3 times. Chug a beer and if you can do that, I'll be sure to gift you something. But just kidding. That's something where, some of these names, and especially with getting the Latin American players, it gets difficult from time to time. But a couple of the odds I like with here is Brendan Rodgers under 1.5 bases. That's -115. That's hit 9 out of the last 10 games. Also, Shea Langeliers, -135 under 1.5 bases. That's a very good proposition as well. But I want to get to the one that I really have my eye on, okay? And this is going to be one where we're going to chase Chas McCormick over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, -140. That is going to be my best bet. Okay, that's my best bet for the day. We're going to ride with Chas McCormick at -140, under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for tonight's contest. Okay, there's plenty of value you can find within this bet, plenty of value you can find in other bets. And if we look back, basically over the past 10 games or so, this is what we have to look at. He's been under that. He's at 0 in 7 of the last 10. He's at 1 in 2 of the last 10 in just one day against Boston, where if we look deeper into that game, you can see kind of where we're at. He has failed to not do that. So under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Chas McCormick. We're going to be taking that as our best bet. That's our prop bet we're going to roll with. So that's my breakdown. I highlighted probably about 3, 4, 5 maybe props that jump out at me. But this is the matchup that we're going to add to our picks. So the best bet of the day will be Chas McCormick -140, or I'm sorry, -130, under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So lock it in, and I think that is best bet is on BetMGM at -130. So that's great odds. I like that a lot, and that's along with many of these that you could just basically jump on, but I think that one gives us the best bet possible. So we're going to go with Chas McCormick -130, under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs as our best prop of the day. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are all enjoying the channel. If you do want to sign up for Outlier, make sure you guys all do using my link down below. And this will be a daily segment. If you guys receive this well and you like it, let me know down below in the comments. If you want to do the Outlier prop of the day, we will feature that. I will try to get a segment out for you guys, just a quick video every single day for you guys here on the channel. So thanks again. Make sure you guys are all subscribed on your way out. If you haven't done so, please smash that like button. And if you haven't followed us on Discord, Twitter, all that good stuff, make sure you guys go over there on your way out. So appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Cheers.